From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your morning update.
Dennis's Heating and Air Conditioning is Northern California's premier heating and air conditioning contractor. From residential housing, large commercial projects, installation to repair, sheet metal fabrication, and everything in between, we are your go-to heating and air conditioning specialist.
Good morning, everyone. Quick reminder, if you're new to Weather NorCal, there are many different platforms that Weather NorCal is offered on. Website, YouTube, Amazon Fire Stick, Roku, and of course, how about a free mobile app? That's right, I've got a Weather NorCal app. It's free for your iPhone, free for your Android. Just go to your app store, search for Weather NorCal, and download the app for free. Got all kinds of great information in there. All right, let's take a look at the rainfall season. You know, after a good dousing of rain, I like to take a look at how we're doing for this season. Let me tell you something. We are beginning to slowly catch up to where we should be for this time of the year. A lot of you have been having doubts. A lot of you are getting a little concerned, but things are on the up and up. Now, of course, we weren't doing as well as we were last season, but you remember last season was record-breaking for especially that snowpack. So, you know, for us to kind of get to where we were last season, that's going to be hard. But I think we're going to get closer to normal. And we've got more rain this week and even next week, looking at the long range. We'll get into that a little bit later. How about Eureka? Over 100%. In fact, where we were at this time last year out on the coast. How about Mount Shasta? Yeah, not as good as last year, but we are almost at 100% for the season. I'd be willing to guess it will probably get up to 100% here as we go through the morning and even into this afternoon. How about Alturas? Well, not too far from normal either, 90%. 4 inches is where we are. We should be about 4.45 for this time of the year. But how were we doing last season? Of course, a lot better, 6.09. All right, so here's the deal. We start the work week wet. I'm dealing with that this morning. More showers here throughout the day today. Now, I do expect a break here for tomorrow with off and on rain pretty much through not only this week, but now it's beginning to look like even into this upcoming weekend. And then we've got more wet weather for next week, looking at the long range. So for today, mainly cloudy skies, showers, heaviest early this morning, tapering off to scattered showers throughout the day today for pretty much everyone. The valley, the mountains, the coast. Of course, the coast looking at temperatures mid-50s. For the inland areas, temperatures in the mid-50s as well. And how about Trinity County? Upper 40s to low 50s. All right, so here's your satellite image, the whole setup here. And you look at the Pacific Ocean, and it is just looking active. Nice stream of moisture or south that these storms are tapping into. Here's the storm system here, another one coming in behind that, and there's even more activity way off into the western Pacific that we've got our eyes on as well. So this is, again, the overall setup. Of course, you see the rain that we're going to see today. Tuesday, tomorrow, I think we'll see a bit of a break. But it'll start off cloudy, maybe some breaks in the clouds tomorrow afternoon. Here's Wednesday, more rain coming in. There's all that moisture it's going to be able to tap into. And I have to kind of get out of the screen here, but there you can see on Friday of this week, another disturbance that'll kind of push on through eventually. Of course, all of this will begin to morph and take a different shape here in the days to come. But we've got a parade of storms out there, and that's going to give us more rain. Still have a flood watch for basically the northern Sacramento Valley and the surrounding foothills until 4 o'clock tomorrow morning. Now, despite the fact that the rain will taper off, especially as we go into this afternoon and evening, but there'll still be brief periods of heavy rainfall. We're still going to be looking at a lot of runoff coming off of those foothills and the mountains. Again, reminder that a lot of the rain that we saw was even at 5,000 feet. If you remember a week ago, or over a week, just a little over a week ago, where we saw that low elevation snow. Well, now a lot of that low elevation snow is melting on top of the heavy rainfall, and that's giving us excessive runoff. And that's why we're concerned about rising creeks, streams, and rivers, low-lying areas that typically flood during these types of events. And of course, we want to make sure that your storm drains are clean. If we can keep them free of debris, that will at least help with some of that street flooding. All right, here's what we have here for today. Again, the scattered showers. Don't be surprised if there are a few isolated thunderstorms in some areas. But you see, we're not just seeing the widespread rain, but it is going to be overcast. It will be drizzly at times, light rain, and then some passing showers that will be a little bit heavier as well. Then we go into Tuesday morning. Still some fog, still some low clouds, still some drizzle and light rain in the early morning hours on Tuesday. it's looking a little more promising that we may clear things out for Tuesday afternoon. So some peaks of sunshine. I mean, wouldn't that be nice? Yes, we all talk about how we need the rain and, you know, we've got to have the rain. But you know what? These breaks are nice for our sanity. It's good to get some vitamin D from the natural sun. And I think we might get to see a little bit of that here as we go into tomorrow afternoon. How about Wednesday? There's that rain coming in, another round of some good rain coming in actually, but it's mainly going to be in the early morning hours because as we go into Wednesday late in the morning, now that pushes off to the east with heavy snow. And again, reminder, snow levels still high this week, 6,000 feet. But we are starting to taper off here for Wednesday with maybe another break on Thursday. But look at the rainfall totals. This is why I think we're going to be getting closer to normal and some of us exceeding normal with Wednesday's storm system. It's going to be Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, right? Because look at that. We're seeing another inch to maybe an inch and a half in the valley, maybe a little bit less than that for the coast. And look at these totals off to the north and east. We're finally starting to see some substantial numbers off to the north and east instead of a trace or a few hundredths. Now we're getting upwards of a tenth to a half an inch to even close to an inch. So yeah, not bad. All right, so here's your winter weather alerts. And that's winter storm warning. Still in effect until 10 o'clock tonight. Still looking at some of that heavier snow above 6,000 feet. So looking at the snowfall totals, once again, you know, as we go into Wednesday, actually, the snow levels may drop slightly. So I think closer to about 5,000 feet for Tuesday night, Wednesday. That could possibly, I mean, you're getting borderline where that rain-snow line mix is for Chester. So Chester, yes, maybe some snowflakes, maybe some light accumulation, but that might be pushing it. But again, we're still seeing some of that heavy snow for some of those highest elevations above 5,000 and 6,000 feet. I want to show you the ski park and just kind of take it through time. And we go into today, we're not seeing much going on here. And then Tuesday night, Wednesday, kind of a little bit of a push of about 2 to maybe 4 inches, maybe a little bit more than that here with Tuesday nights and Wednesdays. So as I mentioned, snow levels are going to drop a little bit here Tuesday night, down to about 5,000 feet. Now we're getting kind of in that ski park category, and hopefully it should just be in the form of snow. Do want to mention that the winds today are dying down, even as we go into your Tuesday as well, much calmer winds. However, on Wednesday, with Tuesday nights and Wednesday's system, the winds may pick up, not a major wind event, but you'll notice those gusty winds kind of picking back up here with Wednesday's system. All right, here's the long range here. Let's take you into your Thursday. We're looking at dry conditions. Now, you see this ridge of high pressure right here? Now, a ridge of high pressure doesn't always mean that it's going to be sunny and dry, okay? Because what happens is, you see the flow is kind of parallel to these lines. These are called isobars. This is looking at the upper levels of the atmosphere where the jet stream is. So the flow of the wind is doing this. So that, of course, is the track that these storms take as well. So watch what happens as we go into Friday. You see how we have that ridge of high pressure axis right on top of us. So what's happening is the storm system is kind of riding up and over that ridge of high pressure. But as you kind of get to the peak of it here, we're looking at what we call warm front type of showers. So we get these overrunning type showers, and that's when we see the chance for rain coming into Friday. Now, as we go into Saturday, there's another disturbance kind of pushing through that'll give us some more wet weather here. But then by Sunday, look at this. We have quite a ridge of high pressure right here. But what's happening is these storm systems are undercutting that ridge. We have an area of low pressure right here, right underneath that ridge of high pressure, and that may allow for a few light showers on Sunday. But it looks like as we go into Monday, a bit of a break. We're talking about a week from today, and then maybe going into that next Tuesday or Wednesday, maybe a chance for some showers. So yeah, I mean, we've got more wet weather kind of lined up here, and precipitation outlook toward the end of this month and early February has us looking at a chance for some wet weather out there, a wet weather pattern. But still looking at these warm temperatures for this time of the year, keeping those snow levels fairly high. Now, there is a coastal flood advisory that expires at 10 o'clock this morning. And this is mainly for high astronomical tides. So there's going to be a lot of the low-lying areas along the coast that are going to see the potential for some flooding. But there's also a beach hazard statement for tomorrow morning. Now that's going to be mainly for those sneaker waves that you talk about. You know, you go out to the ocean, the waves look normal, everything looks just normal, and suddenly a big rush of water, a wave comes up unexpectedly. And those are the most dangerous because they can take you by surprise. If you're out rock hopping or on the beach in general, that can sweep you away and it can be very dangerous. So just be aware of that as you go into tomorrow morning. Here are your wave heights for this afternoon. About 8 feet, right? But then it looks like as we take you into your Tuesday, they'll start to increase by a couple of feet here. So just something to be aware of if you do need to be on that small boat. There you can see south winds at about 5 to 10 knots today. Your high tide at 9:04 this morning. Your low tide at 4:14 this afternoon. Showers and maybe even some thunderstorms here as we take it through the afternoon. Here's your Trinity County neighborhood forecast. So off and on chances for rain this week. There are going to be breaks this week, especially as we go into Tuesday. Thursday, mainly cloudy, but not a lot of rain on Thursday. And then there you can see as we go into Saturday, another chance for some rain. Snow levels between 5,000 and 6,000 feet. No big changes with those snow levels, but we do have off and on rain. Temperatures are going to be the mid to upper 50s for the North Coast neighborhood forecast today, with 57 for Smith River, 56 for Crescent City and Trinidad. A high of about 57 degrees. Take you out to Siskiyou County, and there you can see those temperatures in the mid to upper 40s, even some low 50s. Places like Wairika 51, Hornbrook 51, Doris 44, and if you're watching from Ashland, welcome. I know you live in Oregon and you wish, there could be some better coverage for you, so there it is. Maybe you're heading up to Ashland. My wife and I love going up there. It's a great vacation spot. Let's take you out to Modoc County. And there's your neighborhood forecast there. Temperatures are going to be in the low to mid 40s here for today. Again, those snow levels between 5,000 and 6,000 feet over the next 7 days. Your Eastern Mountains neighborhood forecast, temperatures on the cool side, but not too bad for this time of the year. Actually, still fairly mild. These temperatures should be a little bit cooler for this time of the year. Getting close to, if not right around 60 for many of us this afternoon with your Valley neighborhood forecast brought to you by Haas Farms. Taking a look at northward, there you can see out towards Lakehead 54. By the way, if you're watching, tell your friends who live in Lakehead that there is a forecast for Lakehead. I've had people ask me, why isn't Lakehead on the map? It's been on the map. It's been on the map for a long time. All right, Whiskeytown 53, 56 degrees for the city of Shasta Lake, 57 Palo Cedro and Cottonwood and Red Bluff, a high of about 58 degrees today. Let's take a look at that 7-day outlook for Redding. Again, off and on rain. I think we could see a break tomorrow. Now, tomorrow morning will probably be most likely one of those overcast, drizzly starts to the day. And if we're lucky, we may get some clearing tomorrow afternoon. And then Wednesday, more rain, especially Wednesday morning. Showers for Wednesday afternoon. Thursday, a bit of a break. And then more off and on showers for Friday, Saturday, and maybe a break again on Sunday.